Hey guys, welcome back to some more Banjo-Kazooie. Now that we're done with Treasure Trove, let's go ahead and unlock our next world over here, Clanker's Cavern. Or Clanker's Cavern.
I thought for a second you were going to say, now that we're done with treasure, let's go find more treasure.
I also had the wrong thing in my head for a second. I'm like, no, let's not deal with Clinkers yet. Give me like a whole game to prepare for this. I don't want to prepare for that nightmare. I want to deal with shooting poop right now.
I mean, he is a garbage disposal.
I'm gonna blame Clanker then for all the Clinkers in Grunty Industries. That'll be my canon lore.
It's not his fault. He's stuck down there.
The poop's gotta go somewhere, and I guess it went to the sewer system in Grunty's.
Probably. Oh, look, it's another pipe.
Still can't use you guys yet, because all these magic cauldrons are linked to areas we haven't even been to yet. These are good shortcuts for later, but for now we're just kind of activating them just to have them.
And vulnerability feather, well, that's a pickup we haven't gotten yet.
Those are really special.
Oh man, I really hope I don't see people spam that all the time in Smash. Wait a minute.
Did I mention they're special about that?
Do people use side B so much? I guess so.
And Banjo players wonder half the time, why did I die after using the move? Maybe because you're predictable. Don't use it every 2 seconds.
Oh god, this world.
And this world bothers Amber so much.
Well, this is honestly kind of the first difficulty spike I feel in the game, because this is an all underwater world, and that makes it a lot harder for that reason. You only have a certain amount of time to do stuff here with your air meter.
I've got bad memories of this world.
Yeah, I think a lot of people do, because it is kind of horrifying as a kid to play this one.
Especially that one Jiggy. That one Jiggy in this level. Oh gosh.
Leave my alone. I wasn't even going for him.
So imagine, you're like 8 years old playing this game, and this is the first thing you see.
Yep.
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 Amber still has nightmares.
Well, I don't like close-ups like this all of a sudden in video games.
Yeah, well, it doesn't help that if you're not reading the dialogue and just looking at him, all you see is gaping mouth open, ready to eat.
Yep.
And Lester's going right for that one Jiggy I just mentioned.
Gotta get it out of the way. It kind of affects a lot of the world, so get it done and then be able to focus on the rest. Luckily, though, this fish will drop air bubbles, and it will restore some of your air, not all of them, but it does help, so you can stay down here longer.
This Jiggy is really freaking difficult to get because, well, yeah, you have a limited air meter, so
Get the bubbles.
make sure you follow Gloop.
Yeah. There's a big thing, though, you want to remember in this game, and they don't really teach you this, but if you're playing the N64, you hold down the R button, or you're playing the 360, hold down right bumper. You do this, and you can swiftly turn in the water. This also works for flying, and that is a godsend for this level.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're wondering why I'm turning so fast. It's because I'm holding down the right bumper. Because normally you're not supposed to be able to turn on a dime like this.
So basically, you have to swim through that key like 3 times in order to activate it.
Now, I'm surprised that he needs Banjo-Kazooie to do this, because that fish was flying through that key, or swimming through it multiple times. Why couldn't the fish help Clanker?
Because they don't have opposable thumbs like you. Rewards on Clanker's back. Do I have to? Clanker, your machine, your machine giant shark garbage disposal that has really bad fleshy parts.
I mean, he's kind of been in this damaged water. Things have been kind of scraping against him, so I don't blame him for having a very damaged body at this point. Not really his fault.
Just forget where that dang honeycomb piece is.
Yeah, the honeycombs in this one are really tricky, because both of them are out of view.
There's a reward.
Yeah, but that's not it, because Clanker wants more. Now his teeth hurt, so we gotta help him with his teeth.
I haven't been to the dentist in 12 years.
Well, that's your fault. It's not really mine.
You know, that's not uncommon for most people.
I know.
Yeah, huh? I mean, Clanker probably lost his health insurance when Granny took over, because you know she's not going to pay into it.
Nah. Do you think that Clanker gets health insurance under Grundy?
No.
No.
You think anyone gets health insurance under her is the better question, and the answer's still no. I mean, have you seen how Grunty looks? I don't think anyone else is taking care of their health. She's not. That's why she needs Tootie. She needs to get a healthier body.
You know, I just feel bad for Klungo. Klungo's like, I don't even get health insurance covered by him.
Oh man, no, that guy's worse. He gets no pay, no holiday, no vacation time. He gets nothing. In fact, it's very bad, because every time you beat him in Banjo-Kazooie, he's like, sorry, Mrs. Grunty, please give Klungo beatings. Like, this is all I have. It's a little weird.
Maybe, hey man, that might be his kink.
Well, I think after a while he gets over her, because he just leaves her. He's the smart one in that relationship. Get out while you still can.
Now, how does he have a toothache? He's metal.
Well, the only ones that are bad are the ones that actually look better, in my opinion. Those gold teeth don't look problematic. They look like they can probably buy you your health insurance.
I don't know. Do you know how much gold weighs, Lester?
Yeah, that's why I can fetch you a pretty penny.
It's a pretty heavy metal. Yeah, I can't imagine that being in your mouth and just being weighing it.
I mean, I don't want it in my mouth either. They just look healthier compared to their screw teeth. Those probably look more rusted on the inside.
And there's honeycomb right here. Yeah.
And that's our first set since we got out of Spiral Mountain, so we get ourselves another health upgrade.
Yeah.
And we're almost full on health upgrades already. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah, because there's only one more after this.
It
Yeah.
doesn't take much in this game.
Not really.
The noises in this level.
I know the noises and clankers is really just. I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Yeah. It's just his breathing.
He's like, I can't help it, man. I have sleep apnea.
But you're not even sleeping.
I have trouble breathing anyways. You see, my gills don't work as well as they used to. It's probably because they're rusted over. I need to have some part. I need to
Oh
have
man,
somebody.
no! Look how bad this guy really is.
Yeah, look at his insides.
He needs to go see a doctor.
I don't know. Is this supposed to be gore or is this supposed to be rust?
Some of it rust and some of it is gore, yeah. Because it's like half flesh in here and then half metal.
Now, I had to go find... I always had trouble with one of the last Jinjos in Clanker. The one where you have to, like, dive down in the later room right before a cliff. Always gets me. I always forget he's there.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, where's my last Jinjo? And then I was like, oh, it's over here.
Yeah, I've done that once before as well, because there's nothing really tell you it's down there until the camera starts to focus on it. And the only way it does that is if you're going that specific path. And Clanker here has one of two ways to get out from his gills. So if you don't go the other direction, you just don't see the Jinjo.
You're gonna give poor Clanker a headache for making his eyes like go like cross-eyed like that.
I mean, he shouldn't be following. If you can't see me, stop looking. Don't give yourself a headache.
Oh, you don't use the
Speaking
feathers in this one.
Well, I don't have them yet. And this is the easier room because they're slow blades. You're supposed to be able to come in here without using the move from this world.
Well, I'm saying a lot of people use the feathers even in that room. That's what I'm saying.
That's the thing. He gets the feathers, I think, in the room right over there. So
Yeah. And you have to come from the top half to reach it anyways, because that's how you get to the flight pad. Although, you can also raise the water in this section to get to the flight pad.
yeah, he gets it right here. Yeah, there we go.
Well, I'm just saying a lot of people use feathers in the other room too.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
I've seen it too.
So now we can use Biko's Wonder Wing ability. And I'm going to say this ability is way better on the N64, because on the 360 version, you have to use the right stick to activate this, and half the time it moves the camera too. It didn't do that in N64. The only downside to this move is we can only carry 10 Wonder Wings, so use them wisely.
And that's one thing about Bottles too. He's really nice about it. If you go meet him when your health is like low, he'll give you a free heal too.
Yeah. It doesn't matter if you've learned the move or not. He'll still do that, even if you learn the move. Now, it is possible to get through this whole room without using Wonder Wing. It's just really difficult and deadly. I'll just use it.
I mean, they gave it to you for free. You might as well.
Yeah. This is actually one of the optional powers in the game. You don't really need this to beat it. It would make it harder, but you don't need Wonder Wing for anything particular.
I can't imagine.
Yeah. Like I said, it's not a requirement, but there are certain jiggies that make it a lot easier to use that ability.
Oh, we gotta go through this obstacle course.
There's no time to waste. Fly through these rings.
This water just looks ugh. I know Rare was really good at making like really gross things, but
Hey, at least this isn't Jabu from Ocarina. It's not pulsating in here.
yeah. I'm just imagining the water just being a combination of just stagnant water with rust, and gore bits, and all this other like nastiness. Gosh.
I mean, he is a garbage disposal, so Clanker's eating a lot of stuff that you really shouldn't be putting in your mouth. And it's all kind of staying in here for a while.
He can't help it. It's his job. That's what he gets paid to do.
Yeah. You know, when that person tells you, eat shit, I'm like, okay, that's my job. Make a living for doing that.
This is the Genjo right here that I always miss.
Yeah, this one, again, you have to kind of come into this area and the camera has to pan down to it for you to really notice, and that just may not happen.
Now that they say that that's the Genjo that I always miss, it's now never the one that I always miss anymore, because I'll always remember it.
Well, you make a mental note to yourself every time you play. It's like, now remember that one that's really hard to see. You always get that now. And then you just never miss it again.
I think he's the only one that I remember so far that's actually truly stuck. Everybody else can just walk, but he's like, I'm in a hole.
Oh, that one especially, because if you don't help Clanker, he's just stuck inside of his stomach, drowning underwater, while he's stuck in the water so no one can get into Clanker.
Then there's this Genjo you're going to get right now that...
Well, this is a Jiggy, but yeah, there's a Jinjo that's also like this.
Oh, yeah, Jiggy, sorry. But you know what I mean. There's a Genjo that's like us.
That's right, Kazooie. Do all the work. I don't need to do anything. Next game, I'm gonna teach Banjo to do a breaststroke.
Doing all this swimming is unbearable.
Alright, who made the pun?
Were you the one that made the pun just now? We don't like punners.
And this is why they chase you. I'm gonna say this room's very weird, and it's only because of a music perspective. You hear the song that's playing now? I hope you like it. It never stops when you're in this room, no matter if there's other jingles going on in other songs.
That's weird.
Yeah, they didn't fix it for the 360 version. Room is a cluster of music, and it's just really distracting. It's even worse if you have the victory jingle for all 10 Jiggies here. Seriously, this is just sensory overload.
Luckily, you didn't.
Yeah, the last Jiggy we need is from the last Jinjo. So, we'll be fine.
Then that's why you saved him, and then...
Yeah, well, also he's kind of near the exit, too, so that kind of works out. We'll just swim our way over there, get the Jinjo, and then we'll be swimming our way out. A little nerve-wracking to get the guy now as my last Jinjo, since it's also my last Jiggy, so I gotta wait a little bit longer to collect them. Yeah, a little worry when the game pauses and say, hang on, let me just make sure that's a Jiggy. Alright, you're good. Because I'm afraid of drowning during that.
Yeah, I don't know why it's locked in the water. That's kind of dumb.
Yeah. Yeah, that's Clanker's Cavern. Nothing else here for us now.
That was really quick, Clanker's Cavern.
Yeah.
Usually takes me about 30 minutes to beat this level.
Yeah, if you round out stuff, you can kind of make a big circle around Clanker. Like, besides doing the stuff inside of his body, the rest of it, you just kind of go from one edge to another until you loop back around to the very beginning. It's like one of the only worlds you can really do that with. Like, this way at least. Like, some of the beginning worlds, like we just did that with Treasure Trove as well. But then some later ones, you kind of have to go a little more back and forth depending on the powers.
And that's Clanker's. Now we gotta go unlock the fourth world.
Yeah, which conveniently for us, the unlock is actually right here. If the camera doesn't get stuck on a wall and flip around.
It's another level I really like in this game. I don't like the water in that level, but
Yeah.
besides the point. Hi, Bruntilda. A reinforced girdle under that repulsive dress of hers.
It's not helping. She's still big.
Sings in her own band. Grunty and the Cauldron Crew.
They're awful. Well, that explains why the band never sells an album. But I gotta give them props. They're the lowest rating band on Spotify. That takes some work. And this area looks like a swamp. I wonder if our next world could be a swamp. Will we find Shrek?
What are you doing in my swamp? Get out of my swamp! We're good. I'm as All-Star intensifies.
Now, I'm really sad that song became a meme, because I really liked that song back in the day, and now I hate it because it memed. I heard it way too often.
I really liked the song as well. You know, as when it became a meme, yeah, it kind of lost its, you know, really like the true like meaning of it.
Yeah.
I just hate now that anytime a character in a cartoon or something kicks a door down, it has to have that song accompanied with it.
Yeah. Even though half the time it doesn't fit.
Oh man, Grunty's eyes really are big.
Oh, she's bug-eyed, but not anymore.
That's 4.
No comment on that one?
Thanks, Four Eyes.
What, the bug-eyed?
Yeah.
No. Well, I guess you could say they were really popping.
I set you up on that one. You're just like, "Ugh, eh, eh."
Crickets intensify.